Hi there, and welcome back to another BobBlast. Hi, I'm Bob Burridge, and this one is, well, you caught me right in the middle of my studio this week. I'm doing collage work. I love collage and painting all at the same time. So that's what I'm working on right now. But I've been thinking about, this is the time of the year we apply for a lot of art festivals and try to get shows going and, you know, that kind of part of the year. And so let me tell you, as a juror, I'm one of the lucky ones. I get to be a juror all over the United States. And I get to look at shows, and I see thousands and thousands and thousands of paintings. They're kind of mundane, you know, and so my job is to pick the winners. And how do you do that? I always like to say the problem with mediocrity is that there's just so much competition. So the winners stand out, and they really rise really above everything else. And what I look for as a juror are quite a few things to make sure that the winners are the winners. And it's usually an original point of view. If it's the same old thing, the same old image I see all the time, and we all paint them. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing the same old thing, the same subject, but it's your original point of view. The thing that makes me come back and keep looking at it over and over and over again. It's the same tree line, the same bowl of fruit, the same puppy dog portrait, but it's your original point of view and how you approached it. That always gets my attention. Not technical detail. What gets me is not the technical detail, but the fire in the belly. How passionate that artist was. He had an original point of view. He did it his way, not the same old thing that everybody else does. And they wonder why they don't get awards, because they're just kind of mediocre and they're not that original. So that's, as a juror, I know I'm told to always look for originality, so it's always a good show. At least that's the instructions that are given to me. We want a good show. So that means original, not the same old stuff. So I think I've pounded that one enough. So I'm always looking for original point of view, and your point of view, not somebody else's, alrighty? So that's what we're looking for. Collage materials, this is really, I mean, I don't go out and buy collage materials. I usually make my own, Xerox them, black and whites, either hand make them, even collage them, and Xerox those too. I'll do that kind of stuff too. So it's all original. That way it won't be something store-bought, for me at least. That's how I try to stay original. I'm even using some aluminum foil on this particular one. Not an original idea. It's been done many times before, but not by me, and I can't wait to see what I get to do with it this time too. But I really wanted to get across to you, since this is so much competition right now with a lot of these art festivals opening up, and a lot of good art gets into those shows. It's because they're better artists. It's that simple. And usually they tell me, or us jurors, that we only have so many spaces. Like, we only have 100 pieces that will be allowed in the show. So if you didn't get in the show, you might have been number 101. It's that simple. It's not who you know. It's not any politics involved here. Trust me, it's pretty honest, above board, and that's one of the reasons I love to go and jury these shows, because I get to eventually meet some of you too, which is always great. But enough about that. That's how I jury a show. That's what I look for, uniqueness in a piece. The same old subject, but a different approach. Well, here I am going to go back into my studio here, and I'm going to be working on a collage, and I'm going to be looking for the wow factor. Mostly it's the wow factor. How do you find a wow factor? Well, anything that stops you in your tracks. I call them speed bumps. Something to slow you down, slows down your eye, and anything that just stops you and then becomes memorable. Anybody can shock you, but then does become memorable and something more interesting to look at. Well, here I go, and let me get started. So the title to this painting, remember, always come up with the title first. The name of this painting is going to be called A Little Bird Told Me. Simple little title, but I like that. So I'm going to have a figure and maybe a little bird or something sitting, whispering into the guy's ear. A little bird told me. Get it? Not a big concept, but at least I have a concept and a title. So we're gluing. This is black paper. I'm working on a canvas, acrylic canvas. This is my glue. My glue is an acrylic medium. just regular, not heavy duty, not thin, but it's pure acrylic, nice and thick though, and put a lot on. Put a lot on, that way you won't get the bubbles underneath the paper. This is paper, it's just cut out paper. It's the shape of a bird, kind of a peacock or something like that, right? So we're just sticking it right on there. There we go. Really push it into that, right? So since the title has got a little bird to me, I'm gonna put some words, or at least collage with letters on them. Kind of a surprise, isn't it? You would normally see words or letters coming out of a bird's beak. Kind of a surprise factor here. Cool. This is the chitter chatter from birds. Kind of looks like chitter chatter. I make all this stuff up, don't you? That's what people, when they're looking at your artwork, they're looking for your original attitude, original take on things. Certainly a lot of fire in my belly here this morning. That kind of thing. There we go. Now, one more thing I wanted to point out with you. You've seen me in previous BobBlasts using these Holbein acrylic inks. They're great, right? And they come in these, you can put them in these little cartridges. And so I have different size cartridges. What I like about it is it's pure acrylic, a felt tip, high flow acrylic inks, and look, I can draw, I can draw right on top of the wet acrylic adhesive. It's all acrylic. It's all gonna stick. I always start off loose. I love these acrylic inks because they're so convenient, mostly because they're convenient. If I wanted to go to a larger, wider nib, pops right off. Look at that. Look at that. And no brush was killed in making these paintings here. These cartridges are going to change the way I paint for a while. I'm really enjoying this drawing and painting at the same time using one product. So again, Holbein acrylic inks. You can see them at the end of my blast here, where to go get them. Gel medium is my glue. It's going to dry optically clear. I love all this texture. Again, looking for the surprises. I like to surprise myself in the painting too. This is not the time to be normal. So anytime I'm in my studio, it's a good excuse to be wild and crazy, right? So hope you enjoyed this one. I'm really enjoying this wow factor part of the BobBlast. Thanks for sharing these with your friends, and I'll see you on the next BobBlast. Hi there, and as most of you know, I love drawing the undraped model, especially in my workshops. One of my more popular workshops I just love because I get to draw too. And as you can see, we're doing drawings from charcoal. We use paint, black and white paint, all the way up into colorful paintings with acrylic paint. But painting the undraped model and drawing the undraped model is a great luxury for me. And besides, it exciting to have the whole room, everyone's drawing and painting. It's an exciting workshop. You know, I do them here in my own studio and all over the locations, all over the United States and sometimes Europe too. Hey, this is what I love to do. I hope I'll see you in my next undraped model workshop. Hi there, I'm Bob Burridge, and I'm inviting you to my next riverboat cruise painting workshop hosted by the Dillman's Resort. Guess where I'm going? Stay tuned. So this exciting riverboat cruise is next spring. Okay, so stay tuned here. And it's from Amsterdam to Belgium, going into the Netherlands. Oh my gosh, all those castles and those historic cities and history. We're gonna be relaxing and painting on location, not heavy duty painting, but light sketching, colorful pencils and things like that. Then back on our boat, small boat. No, it's a small boat, not one of these giant cruise ships, which I love so much. We get personal service. And we're gonna be with all the masterful museums. We're talking Van Gogh, Rembrandt, Vermeer, and all those other wonderful early painters that we love so much. Now we get to go and paint in the tulip fields, the same places they were, and all over the landscapes. We're gonna be doing landscapes and florals, as you see behind me, different styles, but mostly we'll be touring castles, painting in the fields, and go where all the other famous painters have gone before us. Just think, masterpiece, and all in the Netherlands with all those great painters. So I love this boat cruise. It's small. I love it. We did it before, the same boat cruise that we went up in Paris last year. Thank you, Dillmans. You did a great job. So great. We're going to do it again. And a lot of people are starting to sign up because it is an exciting place. I've always wanted to go there and paint. I hope you can join us. Check out the information at the end of this, and I'll see you in the Netherlands.